We are live. Welcome back.
Yes, good to be back. Little radio silence over the last, I guess, week. Nothing in particular happened to cause that. No games, nothing. I actually think football was all of last week. I believe that's why we took off.
I didn't have cell service, so
Yeah,
don't know what happened there. But like we said, we promised a live show. We are getting you that 2/3 of the way there.
yeah.
So
Everyone was on a bye week.
Charlie's got a case of the upset tummy or the foggy head. Who knows? But yeah, Evan's in town, so we're going. I guess 2/3 of the way live.
yeah, and
I'm not a real person actually. I'm actually a catfish. So this whole
Yeah.
time you guys have been just doing a
Manti
podcast
Te'o's
with a.
girlfriend. So
He is Manti Te'o's girlfriend.
might look at me. Probably a little bit better looking, but that's okay.
So, guys, I had a dumb idea. The impetus of this idea came from something part of my take said yesterday, but I think I've improved it. What if instead of the worst team in the NFL just getting the first draft pick, we take the four worst teams and they do like a relegation playoff style, and the winner of that 14 playoff actually gets the one seed. No more rewarding teams for sucking. Like, yes, you have to suck to qualify for this tournament. However, you still got to win at least two games to get the first round pick. Thoughts?
So there's incentive towards the end of this. I like that.
Yeah.
So avoid tanking kind of as well.
You want to tank, but you don't want to tank too much. But
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't have people that are huge sellers at the deadline, maybe, and it'd just be something fun to watch. I mean, like a Browns, Raiders, Jets, Dolphins type deal for the first overall pick.
And it would also really help a lot of young men out there being stuck to go to the awful state of Ohio. They're for future.
Yeah.
And really having their wife and their life go down the drain. So that's something we got to look out for.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a dumb idea. I think it's got legs. I think we could do the nobody asked relegation playoffs for our first sponsorship deal. Roger, you got my number. Just let me know when you want us to get started.
Roger, I'll let you talk to them too. I'm gonna have to abstain from those conversations because I probably should not be in that room.
He's a Patriots fan. Y'all are new here.
Slap our logo on it.
Yeah. Big slate, I guess. It's kind of a. I know I'm just used to saying big slate, but it's not. It's a pretty shitty slate.
It's one of the worst slates you get every single year.
Yeah.
It's basically the powerhouses get 1 week to tune up some schmuck from down the road in bumfuck Louisiana and get everything right before you make your playoff push. Especially this time of the year, a lot of. At this point, we really kind of know who the best teams are, and going into this year, I think it probably took one of the longest in the last 3 or 4 years to really see who the best teams are. I think we do have a pretty good idea at this point. I don't expect anything crazy this week. There's a few decent games that have some implications, but I think the biggest implications really become now as we start looking forward at who are going to be the four conferences that get the automatic bids this year. The ACC is definitely in a spot right now where we have to think about them not getting a chance at getting an automatic qualifier. You got the Sun Belt with JMU. The American Conference definitely in a really good position to get a team in. Do we end up with the ACC not getting an automatic qualifier? I mean, I think it's definitely something we've got to look at over the next couple of weeks. We'll see how things play out.
Yeah, honestly, looking at it, it feels like it's Georgia Tech or nothing. Like Georgia Tech, if Georgia Tech doesn't win out, then win the ACC.
And
I just don't know.
And I believe Georgia Tech. Who does Georgia Tech have this week? I want to say it's Pitt.
We'll get to them.
Pitt. So, it's another game we're going to talk about here. That's a very losable game for Georgia Tech. Very winnable game for Pitt. Again, I don't know. We can talk about it later, but
yeah, I do. How JMU's not in the playoff? I just had to double check and make sure they're not ranked in the playoff. How Tulane is still there with two losses, coming off a loss last week to Navy. I don't understand the disrespect for the Duke Dogs.
Let me correct you there.
Even their own coach.
South Florida, but
what did I say?
Tulane.
Sorry, I forgot. Football didn't happen. Last week.
Yeah, so that's miscue. He actually just
fever dream.
So something that you thought happened.
Yeah, no, but football didn't happen last week, so there's really nothing to note. But regardless, the Duke Dogs should be in this playoff right now. I think it's kind of bullshit that they're being left out. But it does feel like whoever wins the American is just going to get that spot.
Well, I mean, further ado, we just kind of go ahead and dive into a minuscule slate with not a lot of great games. I'd say a lot of very good games, but nothing great really when we're looking at our top 3 favorite games of the week.
The game that I would likely pick as my favorite game wouldn't make my top 3 in like most other slates.
No,
it's one of those kind of shitty days. But listen, college football season's almost over, so if you can't appreciate the shit, you don't deserve the good stuff either. But with that, Chuck, you want to kick us off with your first game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious where College Game Day is this week. I know that they took a week off last week, so they had some time to pick. But let's go over to Oregon, Southern Cal. I think that's probably the biggest one ranking wise. I like we said, not the best slate, but I think it's definitely got to be up there. Man,
Yeah,
Trojans are going
I think
into.
that is game day. If what I'm
It is? Okay, I thought it was going to be.
Yes, game day confirmed. That's
Yeah.
game day.
Yeah, this one's a big spread as well. 10 points.
Side note, we do actually have a guest with us today. He will be popping in here at some point during the show to give us a couple picks.
That's Stats and Info Stubby right there.
Happy to be here. He will give us a couple picks today.
Yeah.
Excited for our first guest.
They better be good.
Chuck, I like this game too. It's confusing though. I'm surprised that it's a 10.5 point spread. I feel
It's huge. It's massive.
I'm curious to see. So they're essentially saying Oregon's a touchdown better on a neutral field.
And here's the thing. I love Oregon here. I just don't like Southern Cal, and I think Oregon gets it done. And I think Oregon kind of has to get it done here.
They do.
It's a must win for them,
right?
And to be fair, it probably doesn't have to be convincing. It really doesn't. They just do have to win this game.
They've got to win and cover, you think?
But you win this game, and if you just win out, Oregon's in the playoff. At the end of the day, that's going to kind of how it goes.
And this could be interpreted as loser talk. They don't have to play in a Big Ten championship.
Exactly. So they're going to dodge that, and their win and kind of get in my mind almost here. So
if they lose, are they out? Or
I don't know. Not the way the year's gone this year. It's a lot of lost teams. I mean, I'm not saying necessarily out, but it goes a real long way to pushing you out. And I do think, with everything said and done, I think the SEC has asserted itself as a clearly top to bottom better conference. I don't really think there's a question.
Top to bottom, yes.
Compared to Big Ten. At the top, I mean, Indiana and Ohio State. And, we can even put Oregon in that category. Where
yes, but
they're the better teams in the country. But below that, the rest of the Big Ten is just huge trouble. Yeah. The SEC, there's competition. There's been consistent competition at that top level. And we will find out once it comes playoff time, is the SEC as good as the Big Ten? I think so. I think yes. But we'll wait till push comes to shove, and that's going to kind of show itself.
The best team in the country is still Ohio State.
Absolutely, and I think they've asserted themselves. I think they're better than last year. I didn't know it was possible looking at that roster last year and the way they played. Julian Sayon has performed one of the, I'm not going to say most surprising. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say most surprising. I had such little expectations for him, and he has really asserted himself as one of the best players in that team. And it's really
He's win the Heisman.
Wasn't he a five? He's a 5-star kid, though.
Yeah, I just didn't expect it. I really just didn't. Maybe that's on me for overlooking him. Hey, listen, Coach Saban did too. So if I'm in the same boat as Coach Saban for overlooking someone, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. I'm really not.
All right, enough out of you.
Yeah.
Give me your game.
So I'm going to go with a good game here, and it's for a little bit different reason. I think you have to look at it a little bit differently this week. Arkansas versus Texas. I just think it's going to be a super exciting game. We talked about Arkansas.
I love this
game. Depth this year. There's a fun team to watch. Yeah. Every game that they're in, it seems to be fun. There's a lot of points scored. They're really entertaining. Texas, listen, is Texas fully out? Probably.
Yeah.
But
3 losses, right?
This is going to be a fun game. Let's see what happens. Get to watch a lot of exciting football and a lot of really good players play. So I'm excited for this game. I think it could be very high scoring, and let's see what the Texas offense has against an awful defense.
I appreciate that Arkansas has never considered playing defense
No.
at one point this year. They've never even thought to do that. So yeah, I do like this game. I'm gonna stick in the SEC, and just on the other side of the Red River, and I'm gonna go Missouri at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Everyone is just loving Oklahoma right now with good reason. They've played well. Their defense is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But are we maybe a little too high? Is this the comeback to earth spot? I don't know, Jim. But we'll get to that maybe in the gambling corner. I just think this game is super interesting. Oklahoma has no more room for error. There are 2 losses already. They have to win this game, and can the defense continue to carry them in? Since Mateer's come back from injury, he hasn't looked quite the same to me, at least. So can the defense continue to hang on against Ahmad Hardy, who's I think one of the best running backs in the country?
I think Oklahoma's going to destroy them, but we'll get to that later.
So here's one thing on this. I mean, I don't really know what projected Oklahoma to jump up this far this past week. I mean, I know football didn't happen last week, but it's a little bit weird for me to see this. But, I mean, clearly something magic kind of happened last week. I think it probably shocked the whole world what happened to Oklahoma last week. Them jumping this high. But I'm interested to see, can they continue on this hot run that clearly Bates projected them on, I guess. So it's interesting to see. Can push come to shove, and can boys from Norman, Oklahoma dig deep and get this one out. I think they have to. And listen, I love the fact that they have a senior quarterback who went to the SEC and said he was better than everybody else and is going to win this game. I love Oklahoma here. I really do. I'm all over Oklahoma here.
Wait, so if Oklahoma does lose this week, is Texas out? Because
See, Texas has 3 losses.
But that's my thing. Is it the year 3-loss team gets in?
I'm going to be so mad, but no, I don't.
But then Oklahoma becomes a 3-loss team, and then
I think
I guess you got
really,
what? Ole Miss, Georgia, Texas A&M.
I really think
Bama.
3 losses is out.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. You know the boys from Austin are going to be banging the drum, saying they deserve to be in when they don't.
But they have A&M. They have A&M next week.
Yeah, I know. And if they win that game, they're going to be like, we deserve to be in. 3-loss teams. I'm going to be pissed if a 3-loss team gets in this year. I'm going to be very mad. I'll be candid about that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to send it back around. The game we kind of touched on a little bit. Pitt at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has to win this game. I think the line being set at 2.5 when it's in, I believe it's at Georgia Tech, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Thanks, Stevie. The line only being 2.5 when Georgia Tech is 9-1 is telling to me. I love Pitt in this game. Pat Narduzzi and the boys are just looking to tear somebody's season apart for no reason. I don't think Georgia Tech's been impressive.
The over-under is 60.
The over-under is 60. Okay. That's a fun game.
Here's my thing. It's Georgia Tech has found ways to win games.
I know.
Pitt has not found ways to win games.
7-3 though. Like
I know, not the way Georgia Tech has. It's tough for me to go against Georgia Tech here. I think Georgia Tech has a little bit of that just, fuck it, we're gonna get in there and piss a lot of people off kind of stuff.
Listen, if they get in with, 1 loss, potentially the ACC champion, like they deserve to be in. But
I don't know how you keep them out if that's the case.
You don't have to play pretty football to win. Like that's not something the committee's necessarily looking at. If you have 1 loss and you win the ACC, granted the ACC is a junior college conference, but
yeah,
but they also finished the season with Georgia.
Yeah, that's true. They do have to play Georgia as well. So if they beat Georgia, then they're in. But I kind of think that we're going to turn around in 2 weeks and Georgia Tech's going to be 9-3 on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I got another game that's probably not going to be super close. I really hope it's not going to be super close, but from a Heisman watch standpoint, I think this game probably has one of the biggest opportunities to be super exciting, to change up a race that really doesn't have an option for a running back yet right now. He's on the outside looking in, but with this game, he has a chance to put himself on the inside looking out, I think. And it's going to be Notre Dame versus Syracuse. Syracuse is not a very good team.
No.
They've let up a lot of points throughout the year. If Jeremiah Love can have that game, and he's had the games recently where he's put up the 2 touchdowns, 130 yards, 150 yards, that's not going to do it this game.
No.
He is at the point now where we need a 200-yard performance and 3 to 4 touchdowns. When you give him 3 to 4 touchdowns, he is very squarely in that Heisman conversation with a little bit of help on the outside. You need someone to be able to underperform, and I think it's possible. But he has to have the game. You get, let's say, 175 plus yards, 3 to 4 touchdowns, maybe 1 receiving would be perfect. I'm on 3 rushing, 1 receiving, and he's averaging like 8 yards a carry. He jumps. He is now very much.
He's 30 to 1.
Heisman, so that's why the game's excitement. That's
30 to
why
1.
that's why that game's exciting for me.
We do have that ticket from like week 2 as well.
Yeah.
A huge game, though.
I totally agree it's going to be a great game, Evan, but can I also just say, regardless of the Heisman, whoever gets that guy in the NFL is going to be a lucky team because I feel like he is just going to tear it up.
But again, like
Tear it up.
It depends on like fit. We saw Ashton Genty do things we've never seen, and now he goes to the Raiders. He got 6 carries last week.
Yeah.
6 carries for like 11 yards, and he had one of those was an 11-yard run. Like,
Well,
I like Genty, but I mean, I feel like Jeremiah loves different gravy. He's bigger. He just feels like a better NFL fit to me. I don't know.
maybe I agree, but I don't think Ashton. I think Ashton Genty's a problem of just being. I'm making Geno Smith throw the football against me. Like I just think they are. Yeah. And if you watch any Raiders games, there's 6 or 7 guys in the box every single play.
Well, I care about my health, so I don't watch Raiders.
Yeah, I mean it's just miserable. Brock Bowers has been out most of the year battling injuries. He's been a one-man circus. And the worst thing is like watching Ashton Genty. You could probably pull up stats. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but for me watching it, he's breaking 2 or 3 tackles in the backfield a lot of times to get a 0-yard game.
Oh, he's fighting for his life.
And you know that says Ashton Genty's had a bad year. Yes, from a statistical standpoint, absolutely.
Watching.
But he's not as bad as it's not like he's having a bad rookie year. It's not like, this guy's going to suck in the NFL. That's not the case at all with Ashton Genty. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, the Raiders' offensive line is the 3 of us, Stats and Info, Stubby, and like an AI person. Like it's not. Those aren't serious football players.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing, and it's kind of upsetting when you have that happen with someone with such prowess, Ashton Genty coming into the NFL, and they're just ruining someone like that.
Yeah,
looks better than the Bills last night. That's for sure.
We'll get to them because I want to talk about that game. I want to just what a shitty way to ruin one of the coolest plays I've seen. But yeah, this game's important for the Heisman ticket, no doubt. What we have to hope for is that Julian Sand throws some extra touchdowns to Jeremiah Smith, and they split some of those votes somehow. And then we just get the Jeremiah Love. Chuck, what's your second game?
Yeah, second game is another matchup that's going to be interesting. It's I feel like I'm always going to the Mormon Kingdom every week, but BYU
I do like this game.
since Cincinnati, it's another spot where it feels like a must win for BYU to make it to the playoffs. I think Cincinnati's given up some like 75 points in the last 2 games. You know, BYU's been kind of hit or miss with their offense, but I think it's going to be a shootout. The spread is only, I think, 2 points in BYU's favor. So
yeah,
you know, despite the ranking matchup, this one, you know, Vegas has super close. So I think for that reason, it's definitely high up on my list of games.
I have lost so much money this season betting against BYU, and I will do that again tomorrow. I love Cincinnati. They've been playing some fun ball. I love their quarterback. They're kind of like JV Arkansas in a way that they just don't even really consider playing defense. I can't remember who they were playing earlier in the season, but it was one of the most exciting games. Like, it was TCU, Cincinnati TCU, and it was just scoring back and forth. I think Cincinnati does like what we saw in American Prime Eagle and quell the Mormons a little bit here.
So here's my thing. I think it's gonna be a good football game. I won a lot of money last weekend. Oh, actually, no, sorry, didn't play last weekend. It might have been a magical situation where I just won. I thought BYU was playing last weekend, and I didn't have a lot of money in my account. Not really jack sure how that happened. But here's the thing on this game. I hate both these teams for two separate completely different reasons.
One, you don't like Mormons, and the other one, you don't like Ohio.
Yeah, listen, 98% of the reason you go to college as someone that's not an athlete is to have a great time in college. So Mormons, I don't get it. Maybe you can explain to me later. Cool. I'd love to hear that in the comments.
Our ratings are tanking in the state of Utah.
And then Cincinnati, it's like, why are you going to college in the state of Utah? Why are you living there? Yeah, sorry, Utah,
Hey,
Ohio. Ohio just an awful place to be. So maybe this football team is the reason why you go there, and I can get a little bit of life there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay away from this game. I might just actually bet the under in this game just out of pure hatred. I just want people to be miserable. I kind of enjoy unhappiness. So I've kind of been dig my way out of a hole for. It seems like it's been 2 weeks, but that last week really just kind of catapulted, jumped a week now. Yeah, I don't like either of these teams here. I just like maybe a tie. I know Boone would love a tie here based off how he likes to play after 20 So
Here we go. Here we go. I thought
Boone would love a
after the
tie.
I thought after the off week that would be over. Listen, we don't have to get back into it. The last thing I'll say about BYU though, this is completely outside the point. Have y'all started watching college basketball yet this season? Because everything Savannah, it's so
Oh, they've got a freak.
That's so fun to watch. He's unbelievable. And for whatever reason, he always attacks the basket with his left hand, even though he's right-handed. I don't know why, but he's just so fun to watch. And that's my BYU talk. What do you got for your last one?
For my last game, so here's a game where a team has absolutely fucked me all year. And it's been Maryland. I really just keep thinking they're gonna be good.
This is a hold your nose game.
And the second I thought they were gonna start winning some games, they just got their butts kicked in by Sluckers. I mean, I'll be honest, hopefully most of that team got tested after the game. But here's the thing. Michigan hasn't been that good. Well, listen, Michigan's putting themselves in a really good position right now.
Are they still just one loss?
I will say that I think they might be two. Let's double check that here.
I mean, they'll be in there. Yeah, they're 8-2.
8-2. They go into this game and win, and they're historically. They have Ryan Day's ball sack in a fucking.
They have a chance. They have a chance.
They win this game. They get to play Ohio State, a team they have historically, 5 years, just dominated Ryan Day. Ryan Day has yet to beat Michigan. And
that's true.
Ryan Day is
That's insane.
I am not saying that Ryan Day needs to be fired if he loses this game. But do you consider firing Ryan Day if you can't beat Michigan? Because listen, I'm gonna say 10% of Ohio State fans would rather have a win over Michigan than a national title. I disagree with that wholeheartedly, but I don't think it's a crazy take to take. And you have to beat Michigan. So they win this game and they beat Ohio State. Michigan's in the playoff. And they don't have to play the Big Ten championship.
If Michigan wins out, they would have to beat Ohio State, then yes, you can't keep them out of the playoff.
And Maryland's they have the talent there to win games. I do think Michigan gets it done. And we'll get to this a little bit later when it comes to the gambling corner. But I don't think Michigan covers this game. 14.5 is a lot of points for a Michigan team that's not been convincingly winning games.
And it's at Maryland. Yeah. I just listen.
It's a lot of points.
I wanted to buy in on the Maryland hype with you. When you lose to Rutgers in the fashion they lost to Rutgers, you're just not a good team. I'm sorry. Your flag is ugly. Your team stinks. But the Ravens are winning, so that's good.
Barely.
Kind of. Yeah, I can't lie. I don't know that I'll be watching a lot of this game. I do like watching Justice Haynes, so that's kind of.
He upsets me.
Yeah, he does, but
because he should have been. I forget what that team is.
No, he made the right choice.
He was on that team that I can't even put their name on the team that he almost went to.
Shamecocks.
Maybe I think they might be somewhere in the state or the Carolinas.
Yeah,
I don't know. But anyways, on to your game.
So let's wrap it up because I do want to talk a little bit about the Shamecocks. I just have a couple questions for y'all. My last game it's an FCS game. Montana versus Montana State. Montana is undefeated I believe. And Montana is undefeated, but they are dogs for some reason. So I haven't watched a lot of these games. I don't know if someone's hurt, but they are 1.5-point dogs to Montana State. Montana State last year was unbelievable to watch. Touchdown Tommy a lot was just incredible. He obviously left or is gone. This is a good game to me in a spot where there's just not a lot of good games.
So, here's the thing. I'm a Montana State guy. Listen, I went there back in 2022. I had one of the most beautiful 4th of Julys of all time. The area of Bozeman, Montana, I'd highly recommend everyone to go to at least once, probably 2 to 3 times in their life, if not more. They invited me over to a Montana State party on the 4th of July. And I'll tell you what, those guys, beautiful people, great time. Took me fly fishing for the first time. I'm all over Montana State. Just have a pure vibes check. What a great spot to be. I hope Montana State gets this game done. I know nothing about the players in the field, but I really hope a lot of good things from Montana State.
I'm going to check in here. Montana State versus at Montana, which is Missoula. It's a dirty, dirty rivalry. They hate each other. The home team's going to win.
Okay, so you like Montana in this game?
Love the Grizz.
I also like Montana.
It's a dirty rivalry.
I don't
They
know
don't like each other.
Yeah, I don't know why Montana is a dog in this game.
It'll be snowing, it'll be sleeting, it'll be raining sideways. It's gonna be a tough game for the fan of the heart, 100%. It's gonna be close, but I love the home team.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a good thing.
On the next episode of Yellowstone.
Yeah. Right. Anything else on this game? I wanna we do have to touch on the sad school that we root for.
Well, Boone, I got my third one
My bad.
pop in there. Well, I think it's one that it's worth a conversation. It's not a huge game, but it's a team that's been pretty much in the driver's seat for most of the season, and now they are on the outside looking in. Miami versus Virginia Tech. A lot of noise surrounding this one with James Franklin also getting hired. But I feel like this is a game where Miami, they're sitting at 13 right now. They've got to blow them out the water. They've got Pitt next week. So, yeah, I feel like there's some implications around this one. And if you're a Hokie fan, you got to be pretty excited with the recent hire.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was such a good hire. I mean, that is
great hire.
From a just what's the word I'm looking for? From a
loser's mindset.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. He just didn't want the smoke in the SEC, which I get. He's been in the SEC before. He took a team that doesn't have expectations really anymore, and if he can start winning anywhere between 8 and 10 games over the next 10 years, they're gonna love him there. I don't expect him to be really involved for this game. Just seems like there's a lot. I'm actually kind of surprised that it was done during the season. I feel like you don't see that very often.
So there's a few things that I learned about this.
Okay.
One, apparently he's got a lot of recruiting ties in the area.
He does, yeah.
And that's going to really help him. Two, apparently when you look at a lot of these coaches who got let go, whether it's Brian Kelly, right, a lot of, Hugh Freeze, all these guys, not really a lot of kids decommitted. You look at Penn State, they had 16 kids decommit after James Franklin got fired. That I think is huge. I think he's going to have a lot of weight. But I feel like he's also the type of guy he's like a grassroots coach, right? Like he likes to take these programs that are kind of like historic, quote unquote, but they've been, down on the wayside for one reason or another. And I feel like Tech is the perfect fit for him. So I'd be very, very excited. I know a lot of my Hokie friends are really pleased with the hire. So
yeah,
I think he's going to be great for them.
Listen, it was a great move. Honestly, like if you're looking at the two teams, James Franklin obviously kind of left with, not the best, not in the best circumstances. The Virginia Tech fans are so pumped. It shows a clear just drop down in, I guess, prestige. Maybe it's a step down of a job, but he's gonna be chilling. I also was kind of surprised that he took so much money, not because doesn't deserve the money, but like he really could have held Penn State's balls. And just like Virginia Tech could have paid him less. He would have gotten the balance from Penn State. They could put that in NIL or something. I don't know.
So contract, his huge 70 million buyout, uh, his contract basically said that when he does get like or fired, he has to look for like very seriously for another job. He could not have like sat on his ass and just like done nothing. Like Brian, or I guess Brian Kelly's a different story, but it was literally in his contract that like he had to pursue aggressively like a new job. So a lot of these guys were saying like, oh well, he could have just kind of chilled on that. Like kudos to him for taking a job so soon, but it wasn't his contract to basically like move on. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Here's one thing on this, and I'll be a little bit morbid here, but I mean, for those of you guys wanting some Google research, it seems that he likes to go to schools with some history of some past discrepancies at the universities, some tragedies. If you know what those tragedies are, you should. They're completely different tragedies between Penn State and Virginia Tech. That's all I want to leave it at. And I respect James Franklin to try to bring a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. For reasons why I would never have gone to Virginia Tech just out of the sheer risk factor. But we continue moving on from there.
Well, we just got kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah.
The only other game I had written down of any note is Louisville at SMU. SMU's a 2.5-point favorite.
It's gonna be good.
Louisville losing last week, though. This game doesn't mean anything. Both these teams are out. I think they're 7-3, both of them. So I mean, both these teams aren't really playing for anything. So the Gamecocks.
I have nothing here. I'm gonna abhorrently watch this game. I'm going to luckily I'm in Charlotte. I'm surrounded by close friends, pretty much friends that I consider family, and in my mind, it's basically going to a funeral. Will I be wearing all black? Probably. I have nothing. I'm nothing. I'm nothing at this point. I don't care about this game.
So,
I'm probably not going to watch this game.
You're gonna watch.
I don't care about this
You're
game.
gonna watch the game.
And
Did you see the latest Beamer comment?
So, what were you saying?
Did you see the latest Beamer comment that we're gonna be back in the hunt this time next year?
Yeah, we're gonna hit the portal hard. Okay, dude.
No. He was like, we're gonna be contending for a college football playoff this time next year. That's what he said.
We'll see. It's gonna be a lot harder when we lose our All-American defensive end, and at this point, I still love Sellers, but he can't throw a pass. So I'm kind of over his. Here's the reason I wanted to talk about the Gamecocks, though. I have been on this show. We've been pretty supportive of Beamer, and then after the debacle that didn't happen last weekend because there was no football played. We were all very much Beamer out. I still feel that way right now. However, this is loser mentality for sure. If Beamer beats Clemson, and that makes it, he's 3-5 or 3-5 against Clemson. I think this is his 5th year. If he beats Clemson, I might be back in. I'm a loser. That's loser talk. But if we can beat that team in orange. What's up, Stu?
I've heard Debo has been interviewing in Arkansas.
Dabo?
Dabo.
That would be funny.
That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not. This the message boards, what I've read, that he may have interviewed at Arkansas.
That would be interesting. But regardless, listen, I'm a loser. I root for the Gamecocks. We're losers. However, if he beats Clemson, to me, we're forgiven. I'm good.
What a step down that'd be.
It'd be a new. I mean, Clemson before Dabo got there wasn't like the shit, right? I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really invested in this rivalry until I went to school there.
No,
I just think with the jobs out there, I think that'd be a shock.
Listen, if they win Clemson, unfortunately, the year is forgiven.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a loser, but
it's how the world's gone. Because here's the reason why. But if we get our break kicked in by Clemson and we lose by 40,
he's out.
You have to fire him if it's a double-digit loss. It has to be a good game, and you have to get rid of him.
They don't.
He comes back next year.
They won't.
It's his last chance next year.
That's where I'm at, Evan. I think for what he's done the past few seasons, he gets a pass for this year. I feel like next year's like you got to deliver something. You got to at least I feel like you got to get in the playoffs next year, honestly. But
that's just again, this is loser mentality for me. I get it. But historically, we are not a good program. The reason this year feels and looks so much worse is because we came in with such unrealistic expectations for a team that was probably at best. I know you think the team on paper is good. Our quarterback can't throw passes. Our receivers can't get open. And when they do get open, the quarterback misses them. The line can't block. The defense is good.
So here, I'm going to counteract every point you said. Look at games 1 through 4, 1 through 5. Sellers is significantly better passing wise. That is his passes are way more accurate.
What though?
His passes are way more accurate. The receivers, yeah, they can't get open. I'm going to blame an offensive coordinator, not great route schemes. They've never been good all year.
No, I agree.
That offensive line, that's a whole nother thing. That actually might be a real problem. That actually is a significant problem. The defense has progressively gotten better. And here's my thing looking towards next year. And I respect Beamer for this, and here's the reason why I am actually bought back in on Beamer. To give him at least one more year, even though I just said I was kind of out on him. And this is only if Beamer gets lose by like 20 to Clemson, we just got our asses like kicked in.
At home, yeah.
It's the fact that he said he made a quote saying this time next year we are going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, like that's confidence.
The fact that he said that and made that confident statement, that means that he is committing that next year we are going to be better, and that he understands by making that comment. In my mind, he understands that if he is not close to that point or literally sniffing that point, maybe we have a rough loss, like we lose to Clemson last year and we miss the playoffs next year. I'm okay with that. We don't make close. But if we're in that conversation in the Clemson game, it's like, hey, that's my expectation, and if I don't get that, you need to get rid of me. That's what he's putting his dick on the line saying, that I am telling you we're going to be there next year. I respect that, because that means if we don't get there, he expects to be fired and should be fired. So for the fact that he's admitting to that and putting that on the line, he doesn't necessarily have to make that quote at this point. Maybe he does. I don't think he does. Him making that quote makes me think, okay, he gets it, and he's going to expect to be fired if he does not get us there next year, which is why I'm more okay with him saying.
I'd also say like the last thing I just had to say on this, and this is a loser's mentality, like Boone said, but that Bama game, right? You give up 15 points in 2 minutes. The A&M game, right? We're not even gonna talk about it, but everyone knows how it went. You win both those games, you just beat out 2 top 4 automatic bid teams right now. You're sitting at 5-5. You're kind of respectable. I'm not saying it's a good season, but I'm just saying like it is crazy how much the team has absolutely botched those 2 games. And I think no, I totally agree, but I think like those 2 games go our way, you're looking at the season completely differently.
I agree, but
I know it's wishful thinking, but you have to at least like think about that.
No, I understand, but like it's the exact opposite of what we're talking about with Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has played shitty all season, but have gotten wins out of nowhere, and now they're 9-1, and their coach couldn't be.
Oh yeah, that's a sign of a great team is winning ugly games. Yeah, totally agree.
We don't have a good coach. We have a rah-rah guy. Which again, I don't need the head coach to be that good of a coach, but he's got to figure out how to hire a good offensive.
But there's been coordinator issues. There's been. I mean, I think like next year is the year you can piece this all together.
You're right. But hey, let's move on to our best bets of the week here.
Yeah. Who wants to kick it off?
Can I say one more thing about South Carolina?
Yeah, absolutely. Give it to us.
To tap onto who we're going to hire, it's impossible to hire a good offensive coordinator. If you have 1 year, they get hired to a head coaching position. It's the way it goes in college right now. You have 1 good year as a college coach.
That's fine, but we've got to get one for at least a good year.
You got to find someone good, but that's the problem. Yeah. But I will say, back to South Carolina, our 5 losses, we have 5 losses to 2 teams that are currently in the top 12 college football rankings.
Yeah.
So, and what, you look at the Alabama game, we lost by what? 3?
Yeah.
And then you look at A&M, it didn't happen.
Nothing happened last week.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck, why don't you give yourself with your best bet?
Yeah, my best bet is
Slate to find some stuff.
Okay, I got the easiest bets.
He's up. Let's hear it, Chuck.
Sorry, I was cutting out a little bit there. My best bet of this week is Texas spread. I think they're gonna murder Arkansas. You saw last week with Georgia. I feel like that was a much closer game than the score line was. A lot of drop passes, a lot of letdowns on the Texas end, but I think that Texas defense is going to come alive. I think they give Arkansas kind of their first real like wake up call for that high powered offense, and Texas offense was playing really well. They just came up against a really stout Georgia team, and I think they're going to come in and
Yeah.
at least give themselves a chance to maybe make the playoffs. Who knows, right? The crazy things happen like last year, so I just like Texas this week.
All right.
Oh, and it's in Austin.
I like that pick. Yeah, and it's in Austin. Arkansas doesn't have a coach. Yeah, I like that one.
I got a similar reason. Like, hope for a playoff berth, and I don't understand this spread at all. Tennessee -4.5. I mean,
Yeah.
I am absolutely
Saw that one.
hammering this bet. It's a 5-unit play for me. I love
That responsibly. Stick to your unit.
Tennessee now. I think 5 units is under responsible. Like, I would argue it might be a 10 to 12 play unit.
This is a weird game, right? Like, Tennessee's down to 3.5 now. I saw them at 4 this morning. But why is 3 and 7? I know it's in the swamp, but like, stop. Yeah, but they don't have a coach. DJ Lagway might not be good. I don't know. I like that one as well. I'm gonna commit to what I want. I'm gonna take bear down. Take the Arizona Wildcat -6.5 at home. Can't even remember who they're playing now. Bad podcasting.
Baylor.
Baylor, yeah. Baylor was a team that was so high on coming into the season. Dave Aranda has not done what I've expected him to do, and
Right.
Arizona's just been playing really well at home.
I'll let you pop in here. I'm gonna go take a piss. Wait, Stupid's gonna pop in here for a second. He's getting his best bet ready.
All right.
While I take a piss.
I haven't had a couple drinks.
Boone,
That's it.
Boone, I also love the other team from Arizona, Arizona State this week versus Colorado. No, we didn't talk about that one, but Colorado's just a team that's getting beat up on.
This is Stats and Info, Stubby.
My best bet right now, I love App State +5.5 at home versus Marshall. Marshall lost their entire team last year. They lost 28 starting players. You're going into App State playing at home. Beautiful place to play. One of the most gorgeous stadiums in college football.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think App State's got a little bite to them. I don't think Marshall has anything. I think App State at home versus them +5.5. Give it to me.
Yeah, I do like that.
We are
App State.
Marshall.
I was at Penn State, right? Like through. Yeah, it's my namesake school. It's in the lovely place of Boone, North Carolina. I do really like that. I'm actually going to take that as my best dog of the week. App State money line.
I like that.
I was between them and Mizzou, but you've convinced me on App State.
Mountaineers.
Yeah, the fall foliage of that stadium. Marshall's they lost 28 starting players. On offense and defense, they have no one. Their coach left. They took all the players.
Yeah.
I think App State could do it. Dowell Loggins, kind of our guy, not really our guy, but somewhat our guy.
I would kill for Dow Loggins in our.
I feel good about it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Stats and Info. Evan, while you were gone, I took App State money line as my best dog. I'm kind of a bitch for this because I was gonna take Mizzou as my dog, and y'all, nobody seemed to be on board with that.
We don't like Missouri in this house.
All right, so I'm taking App State money line. I'm taking it back your way for your best dog.
And what did Stu take for his best bet?
App State +5.5. So I'm taking money line as the dog.
All right. And here's mine. A team that broke my heart last weekend. That didn't play. And I mean, they honestly could be the best dog just because that team has no faith in the world. But I'm going to go with the team out of the state of Kentucky. They're known for their horses.
Oh, I love.
They are known for the horses, but I'm going to go with Louisville. Give me Louisville.
I don't like this bet. I thought you were going to say Kentucky over Vandy and just put your balls down. Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
Louisville at SMU, that doesn't count. That's only 2.5.
All right. Well, let's change it up. I'll go Kentucky over. I'll stick with the state of Kentucky.
All right.
And I will do it when I look at the Louisville bet. I guess it's 3.5. That's fine. I will take Kentucky.
Let me. I'll double check. But yeah, I have.
And I'm already locked in. Fuck Kentucky. Kentucky's on hot streak.
All right. Yeah, it's gonna be my list.
Yeah.
Hold on, Chuck. What's your best dog?
UCLA.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. It's Nico. I think Nico might be out.
Nico sucked.
Well,
Give me
Nico had that
UCLA.
moment.
At Washington. Really? Sell me on this, Chuck. Sell me on this. Why do you like UCLA?
I'm not selling anyone on it. I'm desperate, and it makes no sense. So you give me UCLA for that reason.
What was that laugh? My God. You just put all the dogs that would qualify on a dartboard and threw a dart.
I've put the past 4 weeks. I've been dogs that are like 10 points, and I'm gonna hit one of them.
Yeah, fair enough. Washington stinks. They haven't looked good.
Stupid's over here begging to get back on, and he has a list, so I'll let him pop back in there.
I got a short list here, Chuck. Give me UConn -7.5 versus FAU.
Love that.
I
Minus?
like that.
Yeah, this is my list.
Wait, no, UConn should be plus 7.5.
No, he's
So it's separate. It's totally separate.
Okay.
UConn -7.5 versus FAU. Hughes, I believe, will cover 36.5 against Notre Dame. I know it's at home. I love Notre Dame. I grew up a Notre Dame fan.
Listen,
I just don't believe it.
When this wins, I think cover.
Yeah, give me Delaware +17.5 versus Wake Forest. Love the quarterback. One of our guys. I don't know. I don't think they have it. George never cover spread this big. Charlotte +43.5. Give it to me.
Charlotte's terrible.
43.5 is a crazy number.
Charlotte is terrible.
Oregon wins, but they don't cover versus USC. I like Stinkin' Riley.
South Carolina actually plays
Yeah, that's
Coastal Carolina this weekend.
USC,
Southern Cal.
Southern Cal.
Yeah. Love Kentucky +8.5. Diego's
I was about to just make an audible to Kentucky.
Diego's been at too many influencer events. I just don't think his mind's on football right now. He still thinks he's going to
Kentucky's
Heisman. I
hot.
don't think he's going to. So I would kind of like Kentucky winning that one.
Kentucky's
BYU,
hot.
I like them. Alt spread. Give me an alt spread -6.5 versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati sucks. Love Georgia Tech. Haynes, is a dog. Nebraska's dead, so just don't take Nebraska. And those are my takes.
Thanks, dude. So just to recap, Chuck, you got Texas -8.5, UCLA money line. Ev, you have Tennessee
No. I got an audible to Kentucky.
I'll allow it. All right. All right. Y'all are both on Kentucky money line, so that could be another arrow. I now have to root for Vanderbilt to keep my point.
Evan's on Kentucky as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
I thought he said
I was in allowed to take it. Let's ride.
Florida. Yeah, he couldn't take Louisville.
Okay.
It was under 3.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, usually when y'all ride together, I win, so I'm cool with
Oh,
that.
I got Louisville at 3.
I see 2.5, but I mean, it's up to you, whichever one you want. You can have whichever one.
I love Louisville.
All right, take Louisville. All right, Chuck, you're on Kentucky, Ev's on Louisville. Let's build a parlay. We're running out of time to win a college football parlay. We are 0 for 11 or 12, I think, at this point.
Give me Texas -7.
Okay.
Buy it down.
All right. Ev, what you got?
Maryland plus
Yeah.
14.5.
We're going 0 for 13. What do you have the line at?
Plus 14.5.
Okay. I'm going to stick with your game, Chuck. I'm going to take the Texas-Arkansas over 58. Arkansas, they score points. Arkansas doesn't play defense. I am a little worried about Texas' defense. I'm not going to lie. But
All right, I hope Texas scores 50 points then.
that's fine. That's fine. Arkansas scores 9.
Yeah, that works. Deal.
All right. We'll post that on Twitter. I can't build it right now because we're recording on my phone. But y'all want to move to Sundays?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's start by talking about that game last night. I don't understand how we're seeing kickers be more accurate from long range than maybe ever in history, yet we just continue to see missed extra points. And if Prater doesn't miss that extra point on the first freaking touchdown, then that hook and ladder play on 4th and 27, which was incredible to watch.
Wait, shout out Boise State, circa 2005, and one of the top 3 most electric college football games of all time.
Ever, yeah.
If you don't put it in your top 3 college football games of all time, you don't know ball.
Didn't watch it. Yeah. But like, I bet the Texans +6. So I was obviously fine with the result, but the Texans are only 2.5 games back, and their defense is playing like
It might be the best in the NFL. I mean, the defensive line.
I had to get with the next gen stats to ask him on Twitter yesterday. Is this Bills O line like good? Or is this Texans D line just the most dominant unit in the NFL?
Combination.
Listen, the Net won this game. You gotta give a little bit. Davis Mills played a pretty good football game.
He's 3-0, right? As a starter.
But here's what I want to say. The Texans are kind of scary. I mean, Will Anderson, I think it's criminally underrated coming into this league and just been actually kind of a dominant presence on that defensive line.
I mean, underrated. He won the D-Roy.
I know, but I just don't think he's getting the shout up there with the best defensive pass rushers in the NFL right now.
I mean, yes and no. The best defensive pass rushers are like Myles Garrett. Nobody.
I agree, and he's not quite in that category. But his name does not come around as much as it should. Is all I'm trying to say. And that defense, just top to bottom, is really good, and I really didn't expect it. I have not expected it. They played really good defense throughout the year, but I don't think that's the biggest issue. Josh Allen has not been Josh.
Yeah, what's going on?
Let me rush you through it. There's Josh Allen. Looking at him last week, he's been hit or miss this year. He hasn't not been Josh Allen, but he's been Josh Allen, or he's been his fucking brother Kyle.
He's playing hero ball too much.
Josh Allen's played. Yeah. It's
there's a couple sacks at the end of that game yesterday. Like after the hook and ladder play, where he's just like, or no, it was right before. It was the one that got him to the 4th and 27. He just was like the pocket of it is gone, and he's trying to do that thing where he mashes the buttons. Josh Allen to throw an interception is like the easiest bet in the world right now.
And also, I mean,
yeah, but his best 2 targets were out though. I do have to say, like no Kincaid and Keon is huge.
That's fun, but like that's fine. But you still don't have to like just because you don't have the best receivers doesn't mean you should throw it to the other team. And just spam James Cook.
I mean, yeah. Look at Drake.
He has been bad.
Have great receivers, and he's been
great. I think Josh Allen would commit homicide to have Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, maybe again, but I mean.
Drake May's also playing bottom feeders the whole season, so that helps.
The Patriots schedule the rest of the season is unbelievable.
Actually, hey, you guys want to know a fun statistic for you?
Yeah,
the schedule. The schedule.
In the past 10 years, there's only been 3 teams that have won with a bottom 5 schedule. 2014 Patriots, 2015 Denver Broncos, and 2018 New England Patriots. However, every other year, those are the 3 teams that have won with the hardest schedule in the NFL. Every other year, the team that's won the Super Bowl has won the bottom 3 schedule. So it really means nothing.
No, I mean I understand. That doesn't change the point that we're still going to give you shit now for playing an easy schedule, and whoever plays an easy schedule next year, give them shit then.
It's fair. The point being, though, is sometimes you have to take into account that the best teams make the other teams look bad, and that maybe that schedule isn't so bad.
I don't think y'all are making the Jets look bad. I think they're perfectly capable of doing that.
I know, maybe that is
1-0. 1-0.
Patriots are a real Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Patriots are real Super Bowl contenders at this point.
I mean, yes, they're 8-2 or 9-2, whatever it is.
With a clear path. Yes, 9-2 playing the Bengals.
No, I do have to say one thing about the Bills, that Bills game. Al Michaels, it's time to retire.
Yeah,
it's time to retire. That hook and ladder was maybe the coolest thing I've seen all season, with the stakes and just like how absurd it was. And the commentary was, it's a lateral, and he's gonna get a first down. Like, Give me something there. Give me something. I'm not saying, like, give me Gus Johnson, but it just give me something.
Well, I kind of want Gus Johnson.
That's my Gus Johnson impersonation back a couple weeks ago in fucking Indiana.
That was incredible. Give Fernando Mendoza with a Heisman now.
Yeah.
This game was too exciting for the commentary. I 100% agree. There's this is a good. I think this is a great slate of NFL. I think we've got some fun games. I think there's some big games when it comes to both ends of kind of the rankings, whether it's playoff races or it's first draft kind of stuff or first overall pick stuff. Where do y'all want to start? You want to get right
I
into
kind of want to start
Florida?
with the game of the week. To me, with your boys, the Colts and Chiefs.
Yeah, man. I
A lot of implications.
I'm pretty excited. The if the Chiefs lose this game, are they going to miss the playoffs? Like it's crazy to even hear those words come out of my mouth because Patrick Mahomes has literally never
It's
not played for
It
a
gets statistically very difficult.
here's the problem though. It's not. It's not.
What's not? It's not. They're not out.
So they go to let's say they lose. They're 5-6.
Yeah,
They in their year.
they're at Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, at Titans, Broncos, at
Their schedule is irrelevant to me. It is. They can lose that game, and then what do they still have? 6 games.
Yeah.
They can go in 11-6. That's a playoff team, I think, this year in the AFC.
But are they beating the Texans at okay? They lose to the Colts.
I get what you're saying, but this game is not the game yet. It's not the game yet. They lose this game. We can talk about it next week. Yes, is it a step in the right direction? Because I do not want to have to play Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Oh, me neither.
My dream is for him not to make the playoffs, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you right now that he loses this game. I'm going to be like, oh, it's over. He loses this game, yeah, I'll start talking about that next week where it's like, okay, when his back's actually fully up against the wall, is it up against the wall now? A little bit. Yes,
I
absolutely.
mean, they've lost 2 straight.
No, it's up against the wall right now. Like this is a must win. This is a must win.
But like I am rooting for the Colts in this game because I would rather play the Colts than I would ever rather play Patrick Mahomes and those goddamn Chiefs.
Oh no,
So if the Chiefs, I really hope they lose. I just think it's just such a game for the Colts. Like I think the Chiefs, to your point, have so much going for them against them right now that they kind of need to win this game.
Yeah, no, trust me. This is I'm in no.
They still got the Chargers. They got the Texans. They got they're in dangerous. The Broncos are in dangerous territory, by the way, because they play them last, and people are saying, if you're the Broncos, do you rest your players in that last game,
at that point,
or do you try to kick them out?
Knock them out.
At that point, the Broncos they've probably already locked up the division, and
Right.
That becomes a big question. I'll tell you, you're playing the Chiefs last game of the year. No matter what you do in that game, it doesn't matter for you.
Their last game of the year is against the Raiders, so that was the second to last game.
Oh, second last game.
Oh yeah, second to last.
But even still, you could potentially hit a point where you're already locked up pretty much at that point. Realistically, probably not. Never mind. But I mean, the way the Patriots schedules go.
Is Sean Payton petty enough to roll out his starters? Yes. Yes, he is.
You played that game to put the Chiefs out.
Yeah. But you don't, to your point, you don't want to see them in the playoffs.
No. That's like mid 2010 Patriots. You put them away. You put those dogs to sleep.
But see, this game is interesting to me because obviously the Colts are playing, so I'm obviously going to be interested in it. But if the Chiefs do lose and then they ultimately don't make the playoffs, are they going to be able to do like what we saw the Patriots with Tom Brady do, where it's almost like a second dynasty would have to start? Like Kelsey's probably out of there.
Reload it.
Chris
Yeah.
Jones
I think
he's getting older. He just got a big contract. Like, did they start looking to move on and get younger? They still just like never had. Rashee Rice, I guess now is, but they still not really ever had like that number one dominant wide receiver in his career or Mahomes' career.
Also, I do want to get ahead of this a little bit. Let's make absolutely clear it's different than the Patriots. Tom Brady fucking tore his ACL and lost the year, and they still almost made the playoffs. It's not the same. Them missing the playoffs. They missed the playoffs with their guy.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I just wanted to get that clear. I just wanted to get that clear.
No, I'm
not comparing him to Tom Brady.
You somehow got offended on something I was giving you credit for.
Listen, I got offended.
Whatever. The matchup here to watch. This is the first game with a full strength, new look Colts defense. Ward's going to be back. Sauce on the other side. Kenny Moore still is obviously still doing his thing. The safeties both look good. We just no DeForest Buckner, so that's going to be interesting to see how he can get pressure and push up the middle. And our linebacking core is abysmal. Tyre Franklin's good; he's a tackling machine. But outside of that, like David Alubi, I think is his name. Like who the linebackers are just kind of nowhere to be seen. This is a spam Tyler Warren game to me because everything is going to be predicated on taking Jonathan Taylor out of the game as they score.
Chiefs linebackers are a liability. Yeah.
You got to spam him, spam Michael Pittman across the middle, and get Josh Downs involved. This is a game we can absolutely win. It's a game that if you lose, though, with the Texans winning, you lose that they're now only 2 games back. The Jags would only be 1 game back. I think the Jags are going to lose to the Cardinals outright, but that's for a different segment. This is a huge game. It's a huge game. I will not be betting on it because I can't bet on my NFL team. But this is a weird must-win spot for an 8-2 team.
Yep, has to be. Has to be. Also, the rest of the league's hoping for it.
Yeah,
I don't think they get done. I have the Chiefs here. I do.
yeah.
I think it'll be close. Another storyline I've kept my eye on here, which I'm sure you guys have probably heard of. Maybe the return of Joe Burrow this week versus the Patriots.
And no Jamar Chase. Did you see how much Jamar Chase is losing by this 1-game suspension? Somebody tweeted
Like
out
money wise?
So he since he's suspended, he doesn't get his game check. Obviously, he makes $507,000 per game. $507,000. So he's essentially losing out on the $500,000 by
That's expensive saliva. That's very expensive saliva.
He's losing out on a fucking rule.
Yeah. Yeah, a house. That's a house.
Listen, not for him. That's not a house for him.
That's a house for us.
It's not the house he's buying.
But still, like,
yeah. I get that house.
If I'm Joe Burrow, dude, I don't want any part of this game. I'm coming back. I'm coming back next week with my guy back in the lineup.
Please.
The only thing that this game stands out to me for is why are the Patriots only a 7-point favorite? I think this is the hammer spot of hammer spots. I don't think the Bengals have a single chance. I think Drake May is going to run rampant. Yes, I said run, and I meant run. I think he's going to get out of the pocket. He's going to throw for 250. He might throw for 300. He's going to have another.
First time in his career.
He's going to have another 50 yards rushing. The Bengals, to me, have next to no shot in this game, especially without Jamar Chase. I don't care what Joe Burrow looks like. He hasn't played since week 2, but I am excited to see him back on the field. If I'm him, I'm not coming back until next week.
Yeah, I think it would be a mistake, especially just given you've been injured like 3 out of the 4 of the 5, 6 seasons that you played. Like, just don't risk coming back and just re-aggravating that whatever it was, turf toe. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money for a spit.
It's crazy. I think there's
that's a lot of money.
I think there's 1 or 2 more marquee games, but
let me dive into this game real quick.
Okay.
Let me dive into my team. So 1, turf toe needs to be renamed.
Yeah,
I'm saying them calling it turf toe because it makes people sound like pussies. It's been going on for way too long. I remember seeing that in Madden as like a 7-year-old being like, "What the fuck did my guy out for 9 weeks with a turf toe? Grow up." New name.
Turf toe hurts.
Second, this is a game the Patriots have to win again. Just consistently play good. I would prefer them not to do what they did last week against the Jets and let them get up a little bit bigger early. What the Jets, I think, happened is they didn't play the whole playbook. I think they kind of kept it very conservative and just won the game. But I need the defense to get a stop in the first drive. That's 1. 2, let's just get up like 21-3, whatever. Just in the game quickly for me so I don't have to stress. I purpose that. And I think Drake May, to Boone's point, I hate to agree with him because he always fucks me over on the Patriots. But this is the first game where Drake May goes over 300 yards.
Yeah.
It's his first game, and I think this may be the game where he cements himself as the MVP. I will put this in parentheses and asterisks next to my vote. I do not think Drake May should win the MVP this year. I think it should go to one Jonathan Taylor.
Thank you.
However, it will not go to a running back unless he rushes for like 23 to 2,400 yards. However, this is the game Drake May just cements himself and goes for like 350 and like 4 touchdowns and just ends it, just end all arguments, and then he's just going to coast on 200 yards passing the rest of the year. We'll get into that in my parlay bet here in a minute. But this is the game Drake May just plays confident, and I want him to go back to the Drake May of being a little bit more scared to throw the ball down the field and just tucking the ball and running. And instead of doing like, oh, I'm going to look down the field, just tuck it and run, give me 8-9 yards instead of risking it and staying in the pocket. I think this is a game where he runs a lot. I don't think the Bengals have the defense where they can contain him at all, and they're just going to open up just absurd plays downfield. Like, I expect 2 40-plus yard touchdowns on broken plays, and Drake May run for 20 yards plus at least once.
Well, the Bengals defense is maybe the worst unit.
Non-existent.
Drake May to throw 350 plus is plus 800.
That's insane high, especially considering he's never thrown for over 300 yards.
350 over is plus 800.
He should have had it last week, except Matt Collins dropped the ball, by the way.
I don't think that you want Drake May to win MVP though, because when you get bounced in the first round, it's only going to make it that much worse.
You know what?
Like you're gonna have this historical season, and then it's like, oh, that was all just like for nothing.
Hey,
Damn.
Charlie, fuck you. You know what I'm more concerned about? Because I'm not a goddamn loser like you and your Panthers, who are going to get.
We're winners. We're winners. Winning record.
Hey,
we're winners right now.
Shut your stupid, sick-ass mouth. You look perfectly fine to me. Anyways, the 49ers are going to boat race you guys this weekend. And listen, you know this I'm more concerned about?
Monday Night Football,
NFL
baby.
MVP has never won a Super Bowl championship. That changes this year. The NFL MVP, Drake May, wins a Super Bowl championship. That's the statistic I'm more concerned about.
Relax. You're not winning the Super Bowl.
The window's open.
We are.
That's a perfect lead-in.
The window's open.
Panthers?
Well, before we talk Panthers, because that's Monday Night Football, I think we do have to address Shadir Sanders getting the start.
Yeah.
In a bit of a toilet bowl, but he's also playing the Raiders, who, if you guys remember, when he was playing at Colorado, he tweeted after every single Raiders loss, "Thank you, God." Obviously thinking he was going to go to the Raiders. They passed on him I think 10 times. What do you guys think? Do you think he comes out balling? Do you think they win handily? Because the Raiders are struggling right now.
No Browns quarterback making their first start has ever won.
No way.
Yeah.
That can't be real.
I'm butchering that stat. There's other things that are going to it. I think it's not a quarterback that has not been the day one starter. Those quarterbacks are 0 and whatever, making their first start on the team. Yeah, I am gonna bet on the Browns to buck that trend. I do have
like him.
Part of my parlay is from this game. Unfortunately, this is such a bad game to watch, but credit to Hank Lockwood, he gave a shot on this, and I think this is a great play. Browns defense to score a touchdown in this game. I love that. I love that bet. It's not my parlay pick because that would be just an out. But it could be a really boost that thing up. But
some nice plus money.
This game is at the same time as the Cowboys and Eagles game, so I will be watching that. The 4:00 slate is so stinky. You got Cleveland at Vegas. You got Jacksonville at Arizona. You got Cowboys Eagles, which will be good, and then you got Atlanta at New Orleans. That's just the 4:00 slate is garbage. Although I do love the Saints this week.
You actually bring up another storyline that I've been following. Have you ever seen?
London's out.
I know.
Have you ever seen a more dramatic winning team than the Philadelphia Eagles?
They're so obnoxious.
They are the most annoying champions I have ever seen. I mean, what are they, 8-1 or 9-1? Something. They're first, right? So all I ever see is he won't throw me the ball and is Jalen Hurts the guy? Just play football, just enjoy football.
Yeah.
Just like play the game. It is so nauseating. This team. I'm fully on the I hate the Eagles bandwagon this year because they just ruin it. They just ruin it. They're always in the media, just constantly bitching.
Yeah.
Remember that Rams game?
Yeah. God. This is, I think, one of the most exciting games of the slate. One, because these teams hate each other. Two, if I can just go off on a tangent, that Cowboys documentary, I've got 2 episodes left, but holy shit.
Where's it on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's unbelievable. I just got to the episode where Michael Irvin, I guess, is getting caught for the rampant cocaine use. But it's just the episode is just called Cocaine Cowboy. But I want to talk about this documentary. One, it's so good, but two, my whole football life, the Cowboys have been a joke. They've not been fun. I've always wondered why they were called America's team. The 90s Cowboys might be the most, like the coolest, most fun team ever. Aikman's kind of a bitch. He kind of complains a lot. But that team is so fun. And a lot like Michael Irvin being an absolute lunatic.
I love him now after that.
George Pickens is like maybe my favorite receiver to watch in football. The catches he was making last week, and like there was one that he caught. It was in the end zone. He ended up being out of bounds, but it was an Odell catch. I mean, over his hand, one like palms it. He's
filthy.
And when those two guys get going, like plus Javonte Williams, I did not expect to have the season he's having.
Called that.
You did. But the Cowboys offense is fun to watch, and I'm trying to talk myself out of betting on the Cowboys here, but I kind of like the Cowboys in this game.
Fun fact for you guys. I don't think Troy Aikman's above 6'1". I just want that known. I've met Troy Aikman a couple times. He might maybe be 6'2". At absolute best. I just want that to be known.
That was a fun fact. Of it.
I would follow you with the Cowboys, but that Eagles defense, who, they're not the ones in the media, so I'll let them go. But that Eagles defense is filthy.
The D line, it's not the whole defense.
Well, hopefully they don't spit it. Also, can we go back? There's been a lot of spitting this year.
There has been a lot of spitting.
It's been a lot of spitting.
Speaking of spitting and people fake spitting up, Charlie, talk to us about your Panthers this weekend.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's dive in here because what a week it was last year for the Panthers. Bryce Young breaks the record for passing. He's got like now the most game-winning drives, mainly because we've been dog shit. So there's a lot of opportunities to have a game-winning drive. Yeah. But for a division though where the Bucs were like 5-1, Panthers were like 1-4 at one point. Everything was kind of over. We got shucked the week before we beat the Falcons. It's not looking good at all. This is a big week. The Bucs play the Rams, which to me is kind of an auto loss. The Rams are the best team in football right now. Still no Bucky Irving, so I'm not thinking Baker pulls that off. We got Monday Night Football, which I can't remember the last time the Panthers had a primetime game. I actually don't. I don't think we've had one in like 2 years. But the Niners looked good last week. So I am scared going into it. But yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared because this is just a classic. Panthers are up, Panthers are down. Yeah. Panthers are up, Panthers are down, and it just flops every week. So
this feels like a more acceptable.
September 18th of 2023. The Panthers
I knew it.
The Saints.
Oh,
yep.
Man,
2 years.
That's tough.
I like the Panthers. I did say preseason that we're going to look in November and the Panthers are going to be in the Frisky graphic. I pretty much nailed that. Just keep giving the ball to Rico. Keep passing the ball to Ted. And
he's so fun.
You could have a shot.
And Shelby needs to be on the bench all game.
Did you see Rico basically he went to the offensive coordinator, he went to the head coach, he went to one other guy.
Awesome. Yeah.
Open. Give me the ball. And then
and
scored.
And I think like the big difference last week, and it's why Bryce Young this is how you unlock Bryce Young, and I take no credit for this. This was Panthers Twitter. This is if you follow the fan base, but you watched him at Alabama, he was unreal with his vertical passing. Yeah, he could see things happen before they even occurred, and in those games like the Saints one where he's throwing maybe like once or twice downfield the entire game. there's just no threat. Everything's underneath. He just holds onto the ball too long. They all get batted, right, because he's throwing no arc on the ball downfield. So when he's doing that and he's getting, Xavier Legette, down the field, that's when he's most dangerous. And I feel like that's where you just got to let it fly, unlock the playbook, because with Bryce, when it's on, it's on. But when you try to control him, it's hard to watch. It's real hard to watch.
Also, Charlie, watching the game with you last weekend that didn't happen.
No, NFL happened. NFL happened.
Well, you were asleep. So, anyways, Legette actually looked really good.
Yeah.
When Tet was opening up the field for him, Legette is a dominant number 2 receiver in the NFL, or could be a dominant number 2 receiver, and that's how they actually played the game with him last week.
Yeah.
And it was maybe the second time all year where I've seen the Panthers use him that way, by opening up the field with Tet and utilizing Legette's just open field breakaway speed and getting him into space. And the Panthers dangerous. I will say this 49ers team is terrifyingly good.
They're just getting better and better. Yeah.
Terrifyingly good is a bit of a threat.
I like them terrifyingly good. They're still my team to beat in the NFC at certain points. I think they end up beating the Rams.
They're getting a lot of players back.
I mean, that's the craziest
With Brock, I am a Brock Purdy guy of all time. I am going to ride the Brock Purdy train. I think that I'm predicting it now, the 49ers beat the Rams in the playoffs in a surprise win. And
oh, wow.
The 49ers are a scary, scary team.
It's also Christian McCaffrey revenge game, so that scares me.
That's what I would be the most worried about. If y'all win this game and the Bucs do what I expect them to do, y'all are tied for the division lead.
And also, you can.
That's what I'm saying.
You can thank the AFC East. You can thank the Patriots, and you can also thank my little brother, the Buffalo Bills, for getting some wins for you.
I thought for a second when you looked over here and told me your little brother, and I was going to smack you on camera.
Well,
the Bucs are also in trouble.
AFC Championship time.
Yeah, you guys won't be there.
The Bucs are in trouble, and the Falcons are cursed.
I do like the Panthers to compete in this game. I don't know if y'all are going to win this game, though. But I'm not sold on the 49ers. Like, they can be had.
7 points is a lot of points.
It is a lot of points. Y'all want to any other game we want to touch on, or do we want to jump into to the GC?
Let's jump into the gambling corner. Let's go with our bet.
Somebody else go first because I have a couple that I like.
All right,
I got 12 picks.
We'll let you hop in at the end of the day. I love Lions minus 12.5.
I do too.
If they're trying to
I knew it.
When they look like, listen, just hammer the Lions.
Yeah.
Just hammer the Lions. Give them the points. I like Jameson Williams 3 touchdowns. That's a wild bet. Put that on as one of your teasers, or maybe. Hey, I won a lot of money on the early slate. Or actually, I don't really know when the Lions played them, so honest with you. But just hammer Lions. Maybe do a tier bet. 12.5, 14.5, 16.5.
This could be
cut it off at 16.5. That's what I'm telling you. Cut it off. I'd also tease down to 9.5 as well. Get that bet in there too. And nail it. Jameson Williams 3 touchdowns.
I do like that. This is a definite ladder spot for me as well. I'm gonna take up to 16. I don't like the Giants. It's either Jameis or it's Jackson Dart.
It's James. James confirmed Jackson Dart still
scrambled.
Concussion protocol.
Yeah, so I think you're good for a couple interceptions. I love the Lions here. Chuck, what do you have for your best bet?
Oh man, this is maybe the ugliest one of the year for me, but I'm trying to think with my brain instead of my heart these days. So I'm gonna take the New Orleans Saints.
I love that too.
This week. Okay, the Falcons, whenever Kirk Cousins plays, look absolutely terrible. But it's not just the fact that Michael Penix, who I think is just a cursed player, now 3 ACLs down. I don't know what they're even going to put, if he even has any meat left in that knee. But mainly because Drake London's out. And Drake London has been arguably the best receiver in the league the past 3 weeks. He's just been unstoppable. But I think you just take him away. Kirk Cousins, like I said, not the guy, has looked absolutely abysmal. It's in New Orleans, and I think it's get shucked time. It's get shucked.
I love that bet as well. Those are my 2 top bets. if you'll allow me, I would also like to jump on the Lions train.
We'll allow it.
Yeah. I'm also gonna lock in on Lions minus 12.5. Sorry, stats and info.
A lot of points against Jameis.
12.5.
Don't sleep on Jameis.
I'm sleeping so well on Jameis. I'm sleeping with an eye mask on, cuddled up. I'm so.
I got my earplugs in. I got
Yeah.
the noise machine around me.
I'm gonna kick it back around with my favorite dog, and that's the Cardinals. I think the Jaguars are fraudulent. I don't care that Marvin Harrison's out. Jacoby Brissett is the truth.
I don't have 3. I got 2.5.
I have 3 on ESPN.
I have 3.
I have 3.
And I also,
All right.
I'm just going to shut up and say, like, I refuse to not allow you guys to let me allow it because I've been saying the Jaguars are fraudulent all year. So I will also be taking the Cardinals here. I refuse to not be allowed to take this pick, so I am taking the Cardinals.
Well, I jumped on yours, so you can jump on mine.
Yep, it is. I am taking the Cardinals. Me and Boone right
You're not scared after the performance they just had against the.
No.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are one of the fraudulentest teams since the 2020 election.
Fraudulentist.
I think they're bad away. I think they're scary at home, to be honest.
Nope.
But
Fuck Duval.
It's on
Fuck
the
Duval.
road.
It's in Arizona.
yeah, no, that's why I'm
I'm on
not
that.
debating it.
I'm a cool cat. I'm riding the Cardinals, baby.
That was the lamest thing I've ever said on this show. Absolutely lamest thing I've ever said. Chuck, what's your dog?
My dog this week is going to be the Minnesota Vikings plus
Good pick.
7.
I love it.
The Packers are frauds. The Vikings are
I think the
also
Packers are
frauds.
fraudulent. Yeah. But it's a division game, and for that reason, I think it's gonna be pretty close. So give me 9, right? Isn't that his name? Not 9.
He's the most cringeworthy person that maybe exists in football right now.
Yo, he's just a few throws from being unlocked, man. He's got to go just into 9 mode, and then
I'm on Packers now. You suck. You suck.
The other one that I was really close on was the Browns money line. I love the Browns against the Raiders. I don't think the Raiders are good.
Also, one that
I just don't trust Shadir.
Also, one I don't think people are giving a lost shout here is, listen, there's a team out in Western Pennsylvania called the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I like this one.
And
2.5.
And here's the thing, I really think the Pittsburgh Steelers are a good team.
I don't.
They really have a great roster around them. And listen, Ben Risco's a really lucky fan to be a supporter of this team. I think this team could do a lot, even if Rodgers is out.
Confirmed out.
This team, oh wow, even better for them. This
We might see Will Howard.
Steelers team has really done a lot with a little. I'm excited to see what they put together against one of the worst teams I've seen out of the Chicago Bears in a long time. Listen, the Chicago Bears are due for a loss. However, here's the problem you have to consider with the Chicago Bears. They're just waiting for the playoffs to ruin their fans' hopes. So maybe that'll happen then. But, the Steelers fans, I mean, oof. I think they're ready for a turnaround in that franchise. They're going to do really, really well in this game. Maybe get a nice playoff slot. Maybe end up with the 23rd or 24th draft pick and then not go to rebuild. But that's okay. They're going to have a fun year and not get a quarterback for this draft. And so that's why I love the Pittsburgh Steelers here. I really do. I think they have a good chance to win this game.
The IRS is going to audit you and risk of communication.
I will say it is absurd that if the Bears win this game, they could go to 8-3. If that happens, they have got to be the worst 8-3 team.
I mean, hey, listen, they would have beat a really tough Pittsburgh Steelers team, though. I mean,
what would that make them? 6-5 or something? They're cruising at 9-8.
Them and their sandwich with the fries on them.
The Steelers right now are mocked to take Mekhi Lemon from US Southern Cal. Old call.
I saw that.
Greatness for years to come.
Let's build a parlay. We have a lot more success in the NFL than we have in. Oh wait, stats and info. Do you want to share some picks?
I have my picks.
Okay,
Stop it.
Chuck, good to see you again. All right.
Let's hear it.
I love the Packers versus the Vikings. Vikings are dead. Who's their quarterback? You tell me. Colts money
9.
line, love it. Kelsey's, they suck. I mean, they're fucking. What are the Chiefs doing anymore? I don't know. I think the Pats stay winning, and I would take them in an alt spread -6.5. Bears. I think the Bears win outright, or I think they're a favorite, but I like the Bears. Rodgers is not playing. Doesn't make sense. And you know what? I like the Jets covering 13.5. They've been frisky. I mean, they haven't been frisky. They're a little frisky right now. We got the Seahawks on the road. They're better on the road than they are at home, and the Titans fucking suck. Yeah, I hate to do this to you, but I'm jagging off. I love the Jaguars versus the Cardinals.
I might also be on the Jags.
Those are my people. You know what? I think the Cowboys.
I like the Cowboys as well.
They've been playing well. Like, the offense looks really good. I don't know if the defense is quite there, but like their offense does look good. You know, as long as CD Lamb's not going out gambling till fucking and throwing over the bar, from what I've heard, it won't happen. It's not going to happen in Philadelphia. I love the Saints, and I hear the Bucks are pretty sick from what I've read on Twitter, so it makes me think the Rams might have a better chance.
Yeah, I'm all over the Rams.
And Charlie, you'll love this one. I'm totally on the Panthers.
Oh, yeah. That's too many points.
Panthers here. I think they're playing good ball. I think Canales might be coach of the year. I think they just look really good all around, and I think they have a chance. So those are my picks.
Thanks, Seth. I'm gonna jump right into the parlay, because I've got one that I love. I'm gonna adjust the camera slightly. Okay. Give me Myles Garrett to have a sack. The Raiders' offensive line does not agree that their job is to block. Myles Garrett is the best edge in football. Give me Myles Garrett with a sack. I might even take 2, but for the parlay, I'm taking 1.
Okay, and I'll jump in as another props parlay. Drake May over passing yards. I don't care what the number is, just take it. And if you have I would prefer an alternate. If we can go plus 300 on the Drake May passing parlay, take that.
I'm good with putting Drake May 300 plus on the parlay. I think he's gonna definitely hit that.
And that's the first time it's ever gonna happen. And his MVP candidacy is going to be established.
Duck, what do you like?
I like Tyler Shuck over passing yards. It's time to get Shuck this week.
Wow, we're really shucking around here.
Oh, I love it.
It's time to get shucked.
Oh, so the first ever.
It's 200 yards, by the way, and the Falcons' defensive line is going to be all after him, so he's going to have to get rid of the ball. I like it.
As a Chris Olave haver, I'm good with that. One more order of business, boys. The survivor pool. Thank you to the Patriots last weekend.
Lying.
I was about to say we definitely took Patriots. I woke up on Monday and was like, holy shit, we missed our pick.
Well, thank God we made the bet before the weekend didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's perfect for us. Like, listen, we read ahead. We didn't know time. Like,
we didn't know the games would all be canceled last week, so I'm glad we got that Thursday one in. What are you looking for? Words are hard.
Yeah, listen, I was actually looking for that vehicle that Back to the Future had. The
Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian jumped us ahead, so we missed last weekend, and now we're here again.
I actually don't know if that's right. I just
Right. That's Mandalorian.
all right.
Nice play. Thank you, Stats and Content.
Okay, so I do like the Lions here. Obviously I love the Seahawks. I'd almost rather save the Lions, but the Giants to me are scarier than the Titans are.
Yeah, let's go that then. Let's go Seahawks.
Well,
Yeah, I think Seahawks is a no-brainer.
we could also get we could get crazy and go with the Saints.
Let's win football games. Win football games. We're winners, even though we lose a bracket.
There's only like 8 games left, right? Give me Seahawks.
Yeah, there's 12 people left in this pool.
It's 12 left?
12 left.
Oh, Seahawks.
Yeah. Okay. Lock it in.
Yeah, let someone else make the mistake.
Yeah, last week there was 12 last week too. Nobody got eliminated. Everyone was on the Patriots. Literally everybody.
Those bastards.
Everyone.
Listen, if you're going to Super Bowl champ, I get it. It's tough.
You're insane.
I would be so much more insufferable.
I know you're capable of greater things. All right, boys. Anything else? It's good to be back. I missed y'all, even though I
It's only been a week.
with
It's
y'all.
only been actually like 6 days, but hey, it's been a long time. So we'll talk to you guys
Yeah,
later.
to our loyal fans, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, and can confirm the cult at College Station is unbelievable to actually see live.
Also,
The male cheerleaders dressed in white like caddies at Augusta. I mean, it's just one of the quieter.
I feel lucky to have escaped, to be honest.
listen,
I'm surprised they didn't put a
if you've
bag over
ever
our
been-
heads.
The fact that 80,000 Gamecocks fans are louder than 110,000 fucking Aggie fans, that's all you need to know. We're better fans. Just accept that and win that. And I am not biased when I say that. That's a known fact. There was no earthquake there.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. South Carolina is a better
Pretty
stadium
small,
than
pretty
Donaldson
small
ever-
stadium as well.
Nice people overall. Strange, but
Yeah.
Yeah, like I work on but all I'll say is like if you ever tour there, don't bother. Don't there's not one person in the world that's walked in there and be like, oh, this is where I spend the next 4 years of my life and has gone to anywhere cool.
it's pretty telling that almost everyone we met was from College Station.
Yeah.
But Chuck, I think that'll do us. Good to see you.
Yeah, on that note.
Yeah. Go enjoy your vitamin C and your tampons and have a good night.
Relax. All right.
Adios, boys.
Good night.
Yeah.